So in this step we're going to build our side pods for our car. And there's not heaps of regulations around our side pods in the rules. It just has to be a projected surface which comes out from the side of the car, ideally between the two wheels. It has to be 15mm high by 30mm wide. And that's the only regulation. There's no rules about how far it has to come out or how high it has to be or anything like that. There are some bodywork regulations which suggest how far it can be to the wheels, which is going to be sort of more of an issue. Now there's a new regulation on the back of the car, and I'll scoot down and see if I can find this regulation for you. Apologies. Okay. So these are our exclusion zones here. So I can't build the side pod any closer than 15mm in front, behind the front wheel, and I can't build it any closer than 3mm to the back wheel. But then there's also a 45mm exclusion zone through here. So that might also affect the shape of our side pod. Okay, so just keep these in mind. We might just put in a quick couple of construction lines to help us sort of plan that out. So I'll head back into Fusion. So I'm going to draw my side pods in the middle plane again. So not on one side, I'm going to draw it right down the middle. And I might put my body regulations sketch back on just so I can see where my wheels are. And as I said, I'm going to put in a sketch through here and a sketch through here. And I'm just going to make both of these construction lines. So these are just here to help me guide where I'm going to place my side pod. Alright, now I'm going to put a dimension on, which goes from the center of that wheel to this line here. As I said, there was a 15mm behind that front wheel that I can't have any bodywork, so I'm going to make sure that I don't build my side pod in that spot. So I know the wheel is 33, so in brackets 33mm divided by 2, and I'm going to add 15mm. So I know that I have to build my side pod behind this line. And again, back here, 33, I'll put that in brackets, 33 divided by 2 plus the 3mm exclusion zone at the back. So what I want to see is that this is going to be at least 30mm. Keep in mind, I also have that 45-degree angle I have to negotiate on the back of that side pod. So I'm just going to build it a little bit forwards of there. So I'm going to project, so P key, project that bottom line in, because I want my side pod to be level with the bottom of my car. I'll actually use this line here. As I said, it needs to be at least 15mm, so make it at least 15mm high. And I might make mine just a straight square, a rectangle rather. Again, you could follow the body up, you could go straight up to the top of the body and follow that profile if you wanted to. You could use a project key to project that line in, follow that form. You could have the bottom taper up or down as well. So again, this is entirely your design. I've just done a rectangle. Pretty boring. Alright. So minimum regulation height 15 by 30. It meets that requirement. So I hit finish sketch. Again, I'm going to turn off that body reg sketch, and we'll go extrude that shape. And again, when I go to extrude, it automatically, because I'm extruding it through an existing body, it automatically assumes I want to cut, I want to join, and I want it to go symmetrical. And this is where you can choose how far it comes out. Now, the block itself is a maximum of 60. Which come right at the very edges of the block. So 60mm width for the block. 60mm is probably a bit much. So, I might make it 55. Here we go. And because my side pod goes all the way back to my rear wheel there, the 3mm exclusion zone, I'm just going to add this exclusion zone here, this 45-degree angle. So the best way to do that would be to use the chamfer tool. So I'm going to apply a chamfer to this corner and to that one at the same time, and around about 49. You might have to muck around with the numbers till you get it just right. So I've got that tapered backwards. Okay. And from here I can also add fillets, again, to all the surfaces I want. And I can dress it up. Again, not the prettiest car I've designed, but so you can add as many fillets to the pieces as you wish. You might even do sort of between these surfaces as well. You might do one. Turn around so I can see it a bit easier. Between here. Oops. Alright. There's our side pods. I should check this again just to make sure that I still have a projected surface of 15 by 30. With that fillet there, maybe it's maybe not 100%, but for this exercise it's okay. So next step, I'm going to put in my axle holes and my cylinder housing.